Oh, God. Randy's awake this morning. What if this was the end? How many did you send me? 4? What is wrong with this? I hate how bad the ally call-ins are. It's absolutely ridiculous. Run, tortoise, run. 80 all melee raiders. Becky's insects. 61 hives. Oh, thanks, Becky. I'm good. I'm good. We're a little bit busy right now. Just a little bit. Archonexus. We just hit 350,000 wealth. All right. We made it this far. Might as well just start over. 1 of 3. 1 of 3. No. Absolutely not. Screw that. Sounds like a you problem, Becky. How'd you anger so many bugs, Becky? What were you doing? What were you doing exactly? Someone put some pants in the freezer. Man, that's gotta be chilly. I remember right after I moved to Arizona, I had a restaurant job at like this old folks home place, like a fancy one. Had to wear a friggin' suit and tie as a waiter for them. They lived there, right? So it wasn't like a restaurant people come and pay at. And they had this big deep freezer that was really friggin' cold. And every single meal, like all of these elderly residents, all of them would always want ice cream. And we couldn't bring, for whatever reason, we couldn't bring the ice cream out of there. And so I'd have to go back into the freezer and do that. I'd be working in the friggin' heat, sweating and stuff. And then I'd go back in that freezer and literally my clothes would get like stiffened, freezing cold. I don't know who would want their pants frozen. Not me though. Not after that experience. I want ice cream. Can you go to the freezer? It was kind of crazy too. One of the things I remember about that place is when I first started working there, they warned us. They were like, you are not allowed to take any gratuity from the residents. If they try to give you money, no matter how much they plead that they want to tip you, you are not allowed. All this is included in their stuff. And if you do that and you accept it, you know, you can get written up or fired from it. Do not let them do it. And so you would have these old people that didn't like any new people working there or whatever, and they would try their best to give you money so that you would get fired. It's so crazy. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, dear. Here, this is for you. No, ma'am. No. Thank you. No, I just can't. Oh, come on. You don't want to make an old lady sad, do you? I surely do not. Reverse pickpocket granny wants you fired. Yeah, it's such a weird thing. Another heat wave. 50,000, you're out. Yeah, that would be another story. Well, Granny, you put a couple extra zeros on that 20 and we might have a deal. We got another hydroponic set up. Too bad we can't fit it there. I can dry it out like I did the other place. We'd actually fit one there if I dry all that out. We'd need a lot of wood to dry that out. You know what? We haven't had a herd of elephant coming here to eat our mushrooms in a while. Oh, man, yeah, I've thought about it. We've just been buying the extra wood and then growing fire corn. I could take a little trip. We have far skip too. We can get back home very easily. It's one of the things I tried after the Archonexus thing came out, and unfortunately it's not that way. That would be a little cooler thing if the enemies actually kept your base. But no, they turn into, like, if you sell this to the tribe and then you come back, it's just like a little wooden hut. They just destroy it all. Wow, look at this place. We just traded this ancient knowledge for. Whoa, it's enormous, and look how fancy it is. Oh my god, there's food here forever. There's an anima tree. It's beautiful. Level it all. Get rid of it. What about all this concrete that's been laid? Rip it up. Throw it in the ocean. But yeah, they just rebuild it as a little hut. Sucks. That's the way it goes, I guess, in RimWorlds. I have a second camel I keep forgetting about. Look at the stronghold. Isn't it neat? Don't you think destruction would make it complete? Yes, thank you, Ariel. They showing up. Want the Arcus style surrounding minus 3D buff. That's right. Ew, look at the shape of these tables. I'm offended. Get rid of them. They even rebuild the mountains. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. They reconstruct the mountains that you mined. Hey, boss, does it look like there used to be a steel vein here? Yeah, I think so. Pack it in with steel. It would be nice if maybe at least, yeah, like when you fight enemies at their base, maybe population intent doesn't matter and you down more. Even that would make it a little bit more worth. Yeah, I need to get our psychite back up. It is interesting that elephants haven't spawned on the map quite. Oh, there they are. Here they are. They'll be at our base someday. To deposit their leather. The one that yeah, I did this. I betrayed them. That was our Cobra. It was working for us. Yeah, it seemed like it wasn't trained or tamed by us, but it was because it's on our map. So we betrayed those people. So one of the easiest ways to get pawns forever that doesn't count against your population intent. Population intent is something where the game tries to keep you in a certain amount of pawns. Is when you make your ideology, you can add up to 6 events. And you can set each of those events to be used anytime and to have a 50% chance of someone joining you. So this is the easiest way if you have all the DLCs. Just set up your ideology with 6 festivals that you can use anytime that the positive one has a chance to give you a pawn. And so you can do 6 of these every 20 days. Each of them will have a 50% chance to give you a pawn. So that is the absolute easiest way in the game if you have ideology. With biotech, you can also raise babies. That's what we've been doing in this one a lot. We've been doing both of those. In the base game, you're going to get most of your pawns through converting prisoners or recruiting prisoners. And how you get prisoners, there's a lot of different ways behind that to make it easier. But in general, you're going to be recruiting prisoners as colonists. So you can do them anytime. You can have up to 6 total without cheesing it. You can actually have more, but... All right. We're going to keep making the marine stuff for now. Then after the marine stuff is done, we'll make some bionic legs, and then it's ship time. And you know what? If we have enough to trade, which we very well might... Yeah, we might as well go ahead and just keep Hash Monkey going out and trading. And I'm really thinking about trading the dogs. The dogs aren't really... I don't know, though. If we had a Doomsday raid, we might end up having to... Yeah, I should keep some of them. Yeah, I should keep some of them, because if we get a Doomsday and our call-ins aren't good enough, we're going to have a bad time. Might have to send in the dogs to eat some Doomsdays. What? Eat Doomsdays? Yep. Dogs love Doomsdays. Oh, God. 3! They want his marine helmet. He can't kill 3 on his own. He doesn't have any side casting or anything. That sucks. We're going to have to remake a new marine helmet. Get a fire skip to him, yeah, but then I don't have another fire skip home or anything. And then we might get a bigger ambush because it's Randy, right? Oh my God, I did that to Homing Pigeon again. I keep forgetting to give him his weapon when he gets up. Homing Pigeon, you're going to be body partless. He doesn't have genes either. Is that because he's got arts? No, he's... Oh, he's a genie, right? That's what's happened. They're a delicate wimp as well, yeah. Rebuild a freeze box. They're not as good. Not as good. Yeah. There's no reason to. So here's the thing about a freeze box. 1, if the power goes out for any reason, you can't use it at all. 2, even some of the basic clothing that raiders come with will make it through a lot of the freeze boxes. Even tribal clothing can be good enough to get through those mazes. And the third one is it takes so much more like wealth, steel, components, all that kind of stuff. I mean, you can cheese it a little bit by having the coolers be super efficient into doors like this, but overall there's just no reason to do a freeze one over a burn one, because the burn one is so easy. Like literally you don't even need fuel for a burn one. Like this, we're burning everything in this one with nothing, and it's just, it takes nothing. Literally just the tunnel. It's technically possible, but it still won't down all raiders generally. And it can be a fun thing if you're just doing it as like a novel. It doesn't have to be like the best thing ever, and you're just doing it for fun. Then yeah, you can do it. Yes, exhaustion tunnels are very much starvation tunnels. So for anyone that doesn't know, humanoid raiders will stay on your map after they've engaged you, or you know, start to attack coming towards your base, for an average of 16 in-game hours. So if you make a long enough tunnel that a normal raid is going to be there for more than 16 hours, they're going to just give up. Yep. And it doesn't even have to be super long. You can do kind of like we did on Winston Waves and just have 2 tunnels on both sides of your base and you just keep bouncing them back and forth. It doesn't work on mechs. Obviously, it's not going to work on sappers or breachers, so you can't do it. Also get prisoners from that. Oh, not really. Not really. You can from the bird box. Yeah. I've been in this tunnel for hours. Why don't we just break down that outside door? Quiet. Quiet, you. I'm tired and hungry. I just want to go home. Yeah, of course, with breachers now being pretty common, those things get broken easily. But breachers are actually one of the easier raids to take care of because they cap out at half raid points. Oh, no. All scythers. We can do that. This will be easy, actually. All scythers will be easy. You know what? Just to be safe, we'll just grab everyone. And then I'll divide it up from there. I don't want to miss out on anyone. All scythers. Lucky us. Lucky us. All right, you go up there. All right, scythers, come on. Should be pretty easy, actually. I don't even think we need to use berserk this time. There we go. Marksman command to make sure these are the tough pawns, the melee block. Yeah, we should be super good here. Unless I left a door open somewhere, which I might have. We'll see. I'm just like, no, we don't want any of that. Well, we had some misses because they destroyed one of the sculptures. Everyone wake up, we have an elephant in the house. Crap, I don't really have a great place to line them up to shoot it. They'll heal. Go hang out with the beavers. Top row to change everybody's zone. Yeah, it would be nice. There is for... there's shortcuts to have all in home and all unrestricted, but otherwise, yeah. It'd be nice if there's just one above each of these rows. You just click once and bam, it's done. Also switch them down here, but it's only on individual basis. Surprised there isn't something like that in the base game. There's a mod for that. Probably is. There probably is. You wish the buffalo could sidecast? Yeah. There's a lot of sidecast mods. I wonder if there's a sidecasting animals mod. Also wouldn't surprise me. Early in this run, someone let me know that there's a mod to allow your pets to equip weapons so that we could have if we wanted, we could do a run where we had monkeys all having bows. That would have been kind of awesome though. So why am I doing this? So basically we need a pathable colonist when raids spawn so that they want to come through this instead of just knocking around on random stuff. I have a pathing guide over that if you want to check it out. It's on YouTube. But we need a pawn that they can path to when they spawn in. This person is ascetic, so what we can do is we can have them live over here. We can wall this off, and then when raids spawn, they'll have the ascetic that they can come after, and so they'll still come to the base. And then the animals won't be all clamoring to get in here to our mushroom fields. So I'm also going to go ahead and set up a zone, new area, expand the X area that can go here. And we'll have someone that's nearby for the flame bow all the time, so that's nice. And raw mushrooms get food poisoning? Yes, yeah. But they're aesthetic, so. And we actually need one of these doors open now, because he's not ready to go fulfill his mission of being bait quite yet. Oh, there's already people up there. Grab someone else. Infestation. All right, let's go take care of the hives. Okay, hives are done. Okay, how we doing on that plasteel? We are still pulling some out of the ground. It's gonna take a while though, because like I said, we had a huge flu go through. I think pretty much everyone's gonna be over it now though. Yeah. Caterpillar, are you good at anything? No. Lazy, slow learner, ascetic. He's living the life. With him living there, he's ascetic, so he actually really likes it. We have you live in a fortress of colony, but far away. Yeah, it's funny. Sometimes people bring it up. They're like, God, could you imagine living in one of Adam's colonies on RimWorld? Especially when I make like the very utilitarian ones, and I was like, what? My colonies, you are the most safe out of anywhere else on the planet. I will do my absolute best to keep you alive, as long as you're not a terrible pawn, in which case we'll sacrifice you out back. But yeah, except if you're old and frail or a bad pawn in general, in which case you're just dead. But if you are good enough to do some work or fight, I'll do my best. Unless you're Smurf, that's true too. 7 again, 5 again. Remain tribesman. It's so crazy. It's like in RimWorld, when your baby becomes a child, one of the options immediately is, would you like to enslave this child? They're old enough to walk now. Would you like them to become a slave? No, RimWorld, I don't want that. I'm good. Thank you for asking. I'll take it. Uh-oh. One of them died from the plague. 74 mega sloths. This is free for an architect leg. All right, cool. Free for us. We can test caterpillar being bait. Let's get this architect leg. Oh boy, the cataphracts again. Yeah, that's a good spot for them. We'll see how long they hold the line. Spoilers, not gonna be long. We're the Empire. The most brilliant minds in the galaxy. Oh my god. Wish they had like a buff or something where they're not gonna break down 8 hours. Wait, aren't you guys helping? No, this is your problem. You got into it. Why should we be punished for your wrongdoing? Extreme breakdown. Oh, come on. Can't you guys just wait and die to the rhinos? 20,000 points of rhinos. I mean, wait, why did I think it was rhinos? Mega sloths. Murderous rage. Just kill your friend. Don't come in here. And another manhunter. 95 tortoise. Oh my god. Cataphracts. It appears as though the cataphracts are losing. Yeah, they're losing. What is this? Well, I don't think I've ever seen this. So, that's interesting. The Sloth Turtle Alliance. Slow animals unite. Actually, mega sloths weren't slow at all. Shut your mouth, actually. No. Why are they coming in the tunnel with delay? They're manhunters. Manhunters will group around doors, especially if they saw someone go through a door. But then as some of them start getting attacked and damaged and the paths are open or whatever, they're gonna be able to come all over here. All this way. Has awful bedroom. +5. This is working out really well. Should have done that earlier. Now our mushroom income is gonna increase by a lot. Oh my god. We were talking about yesterday how the jungle's been pretty nice to us about disease this time. And that's like our 3rd or 4th disease today. Sucks. I'm not spending time to get to cataphract now that we're this far low. Uh-oh. I think some of the tortoises just got here. I had to run into a social fight. I should go check this. Medical treatment needed. Oh, wait. One of the mega sloths made it. Wow, that's surprising. What do you need for your colony if they ate plants? So they're at 80% eating efficiency. If I was just growing rice with, let's say, 40 people, we would need, probably to be really safe, we'd need about 80 basins. 4 sun lamps could probably handle it with some leftover. Once we're done with armor, we'll probably do a few bionics and then make the ship. Caller, get your opinion on Dark Extension 2 over Dark Extension 1? I like Dark Extension 2 overall. I'm actually glad that Dark Extension 2 is a completely different kind of genre, but it is a different genre game. So I do like it still. But yeah, it's more of a spin-off. I kind of wish they hadn't gone with the name Dark Extension 2 because it's more like a spin-off than it is a direct sequel. I know the story is direct sequel, but you know what I mean from playing it. And one reason I'm glad about it is that it makes it so the first game is not obsolete at all. So if you prefer how Dark Extension 1 plays or you want to go back and forth, the first game is still very much accessible. Whereas like you get some games, for instance, like Rogue Legacy, where like Rogue Legacy 2 came out and it's basically just the exact same as the first game, only it's a little bit better in every way in my opinion, but it's basically the same game with a new skin, new coat of paint, some extra features and whatever. There's almost no reason to go back and play Rogue Legacy 1 if you like Rogue Legacy 2, right? But it's not that way in Darkest Dungeon, so I kind of like that. I think Red Hook could have played it very, very safely and literally just made Darkest Dungeon 2 Darkest Dungeon again, but with their newer graphics. And I'm glad they didn't go that route. And because of that, there are some things in Darkest Dungeon 2 that I really like. I actually think Darkest Dungeon... I have people say sometimes that Darkest Dungeon 2 doesn't take as much skill or strategy. I think it takes more because of the token system. I really, really like the token system. And in Darkest Dungeon 1, honestly, there are certain things that are so strong that you can just manhandle the game through stuns, through dodge. Stuns and dodge and healing in the first game are so incredibly strong. And with the token system, things like that aren't as exploitable in the second one. Obviously, the second one has some really strong things too. But kind of a long answer for your question. But honestly, I'm glad they made Darkest Dungeon 2 like it is. I don't think it's a perfect game. I think overall it's as big of a hit as the first one. Probably not, but there are some things I really actually like better than the first game. That's kind of my short synopsis of what I think about it. I think it's worth playing. It's good. Another thing that I do like about it is that overall the game is shorter, which some people will see as a negative. But I do like the idea that's like you kind of know, like, all right, I'm going to do a run of Darkest Dungeon of this chapter, and it's going to be just a few hours. That's how much I got. For if you go into a campaign of Darkest Dungeon 1, especially if it's like your first one or first couple, you're like, all right, this is gonna be over 100 hours. And neither of those are like better than the other. They're just different. They're just different. Darkest Dungeon 3, a dating simulator, I'd play it. Vestal's even more busted, but in a different way. We got neurotic and very neurotic, and iron-willed. Look at that. Combat dating sim. Godchildren incoming. Soldiers none. I don't know about godchildren, but soldiers. Soldiers incoming for sure. How are the bows going? It's actually going better than I thought now that we've got to late game. We have so much going for this that we're actually killing things that I thought were going to be harder, easier than we still are not safe. There's a couple of events that could just wipe us, and I'm not exactly sure how we'd deal with it. But yeah, it's been going better than I thought. Hey, look at that. That's the first. Oh god. No, 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 no. That's the first time Randy's rolled over in this entire run. That's the first time he's, well, I don't, not in the entire run. First time since we've been raid capped that he's rolled higher than a 1.0. Ash Monkey, you are lucky you were napping. Lucky you were napping. I got destroyed before. With that door. We didn't repair that from the tortoises. Hang on, who's our melee blockers? I gotta put them in a better spot. We're gonna be fine, but where are our tough pawns? Thank goodness for the super clotting. There's one of the tough pawns. You guys go back. No, it won't this way. We have super clotting, so. The cougars are breaching. The cougars are breaching. Ah, we're out of that stone. That's what happened. Okay. Thank goodness for super clotting. We need more stone. The cougars are here. Run! Yeah, that could have been really bad. Imagine if that was like a real raid. It just came right in those walls, so. We'll get this fixed. Lung rot. Yeah. Lung rot, lung rot, lung rot. Yeah, we'll get it cleaned up. Okay, so that one is good. I think that's the only one on the outer ring. We gotta get some more blocks set up too. I've been having to get so much metal. There we go. That should be good enough. All right. So we're still getting plasteel over there. Plasteel's okay right now. Our gold supply is still good. Still good. Working on getting everyone the marine armor. Wait a minute. How many do we need left? 1, 2, 3, 4. We're almost done with it. And then some for the kids. So. Saving Blair. Oh god. Sorry about that, Elray. I don't know why I thought I had you selected. Lots of mistakes here. Saving Blair. Nope. Someone's gonna be unhappy about that, but it's not gonna be me. Why didn't you help me save my sister? Because she wasn't my sister. Faction that is hostile to you can and will raid eventually, even if you destroy nearby settlements. Yeah, you can wipe out an entire faction, and they'll humanoid faction. They'll stop raiding you. So it is technically possible to wipe out a faction, but yeah, proximity doesn't matter as far as frequency. In fact, I get a lot of questions that are like, do you get more breachers if you have more walls or thicker walls? Or you get more of this certain raid if you have this set up. And the game doesn't determine raids or events in that kind of way. The like super simple way that it does it is if it fires a major event, it looks at your raid points, and there are certain events that have a minimum raid points and a minimum spent, and then each of the major events have a weight to them. So these aren't the real numbers, but let's say like Manhunter is a 1 weight and raid is a 2, and you're twice as likely to get a raid as a Manhunter, regardless what else is going on your map. So it doesn't choose it in that sort of way. So there's minimum raid points for certain things, there's maximum raid points for certain things, and then there are weights behind different things. Yeah, so it's up to RNG a little bit, but with some weight behind certain ones, yeah. And like another thing too, which is kind of weird, is let's see if I have an example here. If you have a colony on this map, you will still get just as many traders, you'll still get just as many land-based attacks. You would think, man, another over 1.0 roll. Freaking Manhunters again. Today's Manhunter day. Panthers this time. All right, are the doors good now? I think they're probably good. I'm gonna go ahead and select everyone in case I need to pull, but surplus the farm. It's so weird. Like, it doesn't work that way either, but it really feels sometimes like the storyteller picks a theme for the stream. Like, there was that one day that we got all mech clusters. Cost mech clusters. I thought we were gonna lose because of them. Let's move it again. Kind, nice. Impressive, very neurotic, not nice. Abrasive teetotaler, not nice. They just randomly start getting bloody. We're just gonna keep going until it sets on fire. All right, let's go kill these remainders out here. There's 1 left. What does neurotic mean? Neurotic, basically they work faster, but they break down sooner. So if you go into the mood tab here, you see these little tick marks? Those are different breakdown ranges. And so basically they start breaking down in a higher mood. So they're going to break down more often, but they're going to neurotic's going to work faster, but going to break down sooner. Well, let's hope that armor works out. I can't believe that made it all the way through. It's fine. Super clotting for the win again. They get his finger bitten off, but did another one wake up? There's another one that got up. Jeez. Around with the Fog of War mod. No, I've been talking about it for about a year that I want to do Fog of War silent raids, and I will at some point. Silent raids. Yeah, so there's a playthrough I'm going to do at some point that's Fog of War silent raids. And so basically you can't see any of the map that you don't currently have someone or an animal in, and we won't get alerts when something's attacking. So the music won't change to combat music. You don't get an alert pop up. Nothing. So we won't know a raid is on the way until it's literally shown up. Lost many pawns this run. We lost quite a few early on, yeah. 25, but some of those were sacrifices. Yeah, we lost some of our starter pawns even. So it's been a rough run until we got to the late game. But it's kind of chilled out a little bit. Fast learner, iron-willed, kind. Wow. Hit the jackpot. Mascus, that's fine too. Quick sleeper, nice, nice. You get hits on them. Got 4 bows waiting on them. I'll should give drug recreation type. You feel like you're on drugs and you eat like a portobello mushroom? No, but I like to pretend. Man, I just had 2 portobello mushroom burgers. I am high as a kite. I don't think it works that way. Let me have this. Masterwork. Depiction of Emerald Queen adding surface detail to a marine armor with a satisfied expression. Yeah, Tunnel is actually like bug meat, and they're fine with meat in general. They get a buff for bug meat. Doesn't have to be a Tunnel thing. The precept for bug meat loved, I think everyone can get it. Chaser. Not during the wedding, Chaser. All right, we'll finish this later.